Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Jamie here today with Dylan, and we're going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which was released in 2022. And it's the 21st Dragon Ball movie, which shocked me when I read up about it before.
Really?
I think that's including like the Dragon Ball and the GT ones.
Yeah, but is that including like the specials as well?
Maybe.
Because of the future, there's a Future Trunks special, the Bardock special.
And this film's 3D animated, and they're trying a different art style, which it's good and bad. I guess it doesn't take as long as the Broly movie, which, you know.
Not a fan of it myself, but I do like the visuals when it comes to like the explosions, the beam effects. Like I think they really work well.
At first, I wasn't a fan, but now when I actually saw the film, you know, I think it works. I hope like they actually mix them between this and Broly, because Broly's art style was so good, but I understand that takes time as well. So
we get like a big sort of like normal animated version, and then we get like a few CGI 3D animated ones. Keep us going in between. I'm not mad about that. I could handle that.
And it's already #1 at the box office as well.
Yeah.
I think in terms of, I think it's the best anime humping, and it beat Pokemon. I think so.
Well, One Piece is around the corner, so that won't be long.
And also, the character designs were by Akira Toriyama as well. So
you could tell.
Spoilers later. This is going to be spoiler free, this section, but we'll give like the brief. You know, without too much spoilers. Like Piccolo trains Panda.
Yeah, which is really cute.
The Red Ribbon Army's back as well, which is the main villain. I say villain because, you know, there's the whole Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
Like bad guy organization.
It focuses more on the side characters this film, which I'm positive. I like it because
like it gives you a breath to like Goku and Vegeta. Like I love it.
Yeah.
Like Piccolo's one of my boys. You know, me Gohan's one of my boys. So like.
True. And how many times have we seen like them fighting and then Goku comes back and saves the day? So
I literally thought that was going to happen throughout this movie. I shouldn't say that. It's a spoiler that.
Well, no, it's Dragon Ball. I mean, that's what's expected. Goku comes to save the day at the end, like he always does. I guess we could talk about these characters and spoil too much. We've got Magenta, haven't we?
Yeah, is he Commando? Like the Red from Dragon Ball, like the guy who like was like the little guy whose wish was to actually like gain 4 foot. For those who don't remember like Dragon Ball.
I guess that's another point. This is kind of meta. I don't know if the Japanese version's like that, or this is just like Funimation, like when they're dubbing it, because there was a few meta jokes in there, wasn't there, as well?
I'm guessing like it is probably just Funimation doing that. A lot of the jokes that I've done in Japan are like pun based, hence why like all the scenes are like sort of named after vegetables.
And the genius names of the transformations as well, like they're so thought out, aren't they? Like Goku Black, Super Saiyan Blue. We also got Carmine as well, who works underneath.
Aspiring YouTuber.
13 views on his videos, written directed.
You've added a logo.
I love that like sort of details. It gives more depth to the character, doesn't it? Instead of just being like, you know, a henchman, he's like, you know, he wants to be a director or whatever. We may as well just give our overall opinion. Like I'd say this film's worth seeing, especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan.
Even if you like the casual Dragon Ball Z fan, like I recommend it. I think it's like just a fun movie. So
we'll move into spoilers now. Like we said, if you've not seen the film already, I would recommend it. But we'll dive into more spoilers now. The film begins though with like you were saying before, it begins with like a 10-minute scene of these new characters being introduced, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Where Dr. Hido's he comes out of prison, doesn't he? And he throws the bomb or whatever as he's walking. And also the intro beginning as well. It's like for those who remember Dragon Ball, it gives us like brief events of like, you know, the Red Ribbon Army and Goku defeating him. But they pull up to him, don't they, inside the car, trying to get him in to recruit him. And it's got the Oreos pulling out, and he's just snatching away the Oreos.
Did they have like a deal with Oreos or something?
But they're trying to recruit him, aren't they? But he doesn't. He wants to be a superhero, like you said. He wants to help good, but they sort of twist it, don't they? They say like Bulma and everyone, they're all aliens.
But he also mentions, and this is a weird throwback because not many people remember that, but that little bee, I think that's a throwback to like the little fly that Jerome was using.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely is. Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Because he mentions like, oh, I noticed you've noticing me. Very easy to notice like a car, like a bump in
that's what he used to get this information for Cell, didn't they, when he was flying? Well, obviously, it didn't go to Namek.
And he mentions like Ido mentions that he modified his skin to be like bulletproof, kind of.
Oh yeah, so you could take damage.
Yeah.
But they're twisting, saying that Bulma and Capsule Corp are working with aliens.
Convincing story.
Convincing story. I mean, like, can you imagine being a normal person in the world of Dragon Ball and you live near Capsule Corp or whatever, you see all like Shenron coming up, people flying in and out and all, you would be thinking, there would be conspiracy theories about them, wouldn't there? So it does make sense.
But again, this is a world where dinosaurs still exist and they're like half human.
True. But there is a lot of weird stuff going on.
No, there's a lot like if you've never like seen it from our point of view, you're like in that world and someone's telling you this, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And then like he says, oh, they're giving them like the technology, like explaining how Capsule Corp has all this cool tech. It's alien. Like, no wonder.
From there, we get introduced. Well, not introduced. We see Piccolo. He's training Pan. The last time we saw Pan, she was a baby, wasn't she, in Super?
It was in Super we saw her when she was flying. In that.
Yeah.
I think that was the last episode we saw her in.
But she, she probably forgot about that because she was young. But
yeah, but I don't know whether that episode's canon. That might have been a filler episode.
Maybe, but either way, you can understand why she wouldn't remember because she was,
But it was nice seeing that, she's like only like this young and she's training, like she's already got the accent.
Yeah, and even Piccolo made the remark like, "Oh, you're more farther along than your father was when he was a kid." Piccolo's full babysitter mode now. Like, he has to pick up Pan from all these places.
Yeah, she goes like, "Oh, I'll cook you," and me like, "I don't eat."
Is it Videl that says, "I'll get you one of those plushes," and she's got a load of them inside the corner.
No.
And how he holds the phone, Piccolo holds it like that, doesn't he? Like,
I'm surprised he even got a phone, but I guess like because he's training Pan, they want to keep him to watch.
He's on the cliff and he meditates and he gets attacked by Gamma 2. And I got Gamma 2's more like Great Saiyaman in a way. I prefer Gamma 1. Gamma 1's more my type of guy.
Because someone was telling me that like Gamma 2 sounds a lot like fucking Sandai Jog.
Yeah.
But because he's like the energetic one, isn't he?
Yeah, true.
And it was funny, like that whole scene where like he's hitting her and you've seen all the sound effects, and then you just see him go, "Why can I see the
sound effects?" Yeah.
Me and you fucking laugh.
Yeah, I love that line, but I thought they were going to stick to that. Thank fuck they didn't. That effect went away because that would have been way too over the top. But they made the joke about it, which was a meta joke as well, which was good.
Yeah. I thought it was a solid fight scene.
Yeah, it was solid, but Gamma 2 thinks he's the destroyed Piccolo, don't they?
Yeah.
But also they believe that, Piccolo's evil because they've got that twisted.
Yeah, because he mentions like, "Oh, evil King Piccolo's like, oh, that's not me."
Thinks he's dead, but then Piccolo follows him back to the Red Ribbon Army base, which has got like a, what is it? It looks like it's the ocean, doesn't it?
Hologram.
Yeah, hologram.
Like a cloaking sort of thing where it looks different. And I gotta say, this scene I thought wasn't gonna. I didn't think they were gonna do this. The whole espionage, like Hitman style stuff.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was. This is what really makes the movie for me. Is that it's not just him going in there fighting, battling, and blowing stuff up, and people have to come and help. No, it's him like going, right, okay, I'm gonna like sneak in, I'm gonna get information, I'm gonna learn stuff before I attack. Yeah,
he steals the guard's outfit, doesn't he? And he runs in there, pretends to be one of them.
He was looking a little green at one point.
But then he's in the meeting room, isn't he, with Carmine, Dr. Hido, and Genta's in there as well. And they talk about Cell Max, and we see our first little image of Cell Max on the screen. And this is my only disappointing thing. We'll get more into it later, but I really wanted Cell back, like Cell talking his memories and everything. But instead, it's just Bio Broly in a way, innit? He just screams. Yeah. That's all he does.
But I do like how because they used second form Cell, which was originally like Akira Toriyama's like final design for Cell. His editor at the time went, "That doesn't look good, that looks ugly." So I thought that was really cool how they were using that semi-perfect version. I also think like because they were using Dr. Hiro's plans, they didn't have Android 17 and 18 to make it perfect.
True.
So they could only go up to like semi-perfect, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I mean, I like the look of him, like the whole, we'll get into it later, but the red, I do like the look, it's just the way he acts, that's the only thing I
Yeah, it is just like mindless monster.
Yeah, but going into it, like, everyone thought Cell was going to absorb Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, and then that's what
That's what I thought as well. You know what I mean? That's what...
but they didn't do any of that, did they? So...
No.
But still, it was good.
I felt like that would have just been retreading what they did in Dragon Ball. So,
yeah, but you can make the argument it's retreading, like bringing Frieza back and doing...
Yeah,
like,
no, I do think, like, I do want Cell to come back. I just feel like he's such a... Like Frieza, he's such a perfect villain, he's so good.
Yeah, like, the personality as well.
But you bring him back, he has to stay a villain. You can't turn him into like Frieza where he's like sort of an anti-villain.
Once Piccolo finds out about Cell Max, he tries getting the help from Goku and Vegeta down there by calling Bulma. But she can't get in touch because they're on Beerus' planet training with Brawler.
Yeah, nice little bit from them in there, which was really cool because I didn't think we'd see Broly in this movie.
True. And it's continuing the story on. It's not like nothing happens inside this film. The events, are going to be carried on, so that's good. But that pretty much writes smart for this whole film, really. And so people are like, "Oh, what's the Goku and Vegeta? You're not getting him inside this film." They're the side characters this time.
You seen Broly like not just like this hulking monster like we've seen him in past movies. Like he's got a mind. He's trying to control his powers. And then we're seeing more of like And
we find out Beerus is typing women as
well. That's literally I was gonna say. Beerus has a type.
So then Piccolo eventually gets the Dragon Balls and wishes for a new form. And Bulma wishes for her ass to be firmer and longer.
Your buns are now done. But then they mentions like she's been collecting the Dragon Balls to make sure no one else can get their hands on them. But then using them to do like cosmetic surgery without needing it. So Bulma. Please explain why she still looks so young.
They want to kidnap Pan, don't they, the Red Ribbon Army, so Piccolo and this big dude go there.
No, I like this scene because Piccolo's like, oh, I live in that area, I know what she looks like and all that. And he's like, and like the guy's like picking together, like, oh no, you're 2 foot right. And then Freddy's like, oh, make life easier, just send it.
No, basically saying, no, you're too green for this operation.
Yeah, you're too green.
But yeah, back to Pan, they go and kidnap her, but she knocks the guy out.
Yeah, but she, like, when Piccolo comes over, she recognizes it. It's like, oh yeah, of course I recognize your energy.
But Gohan doesn't later on.
Because he's driving, she mentions like, Pan goes, oh, that's not illegal, that's an illegal parking space, Mr. Piccolo. He goes,
I know, I got a license.
And he's driving like, you're really bad. I can get my license.
And even Pan's cuter personality is like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to pretend you're scared, put these handcuffs on, and the guy wakes up and she's like, oh, please help me.
Yeah, like she's like, I get it, she's smart, I like it. Like, she's not a stupid 3-year-old. I get that why she's smart, because she's clearly training with Piccolo.
They record the video, don't they, of Pan, like pretending to be.
Then they send Piccolo and that other big guy to go and see Gohan.
Gohan's, yeah.
And then Gohan doesn't recognize his energy.
Yeah.
Like he's sensing, like the guy pulls out the gun, Gohan flips it away and goes, please leave me alone. And he shows him the picture. Like Gohan just goes Super Saiyan and starts destroying half the building.
And then they eventually go back, don't they, with Gohan, and he sees Pan, he jumps out the plane. And that's where we get the first one. No, it's the second fight in it of the film. The first one was Piccolo and Gamma 2 on it. Gohan's fighting Gamma 1 at first, and then Piccolo's up with Pan.
Pan, yeah.
That's the idea, don't it, to pretend that he's going to hurt Pan, and that's what sends Gohan into Gohan or Mystic Gohan, whatever you want to call it.
You know, Gamma 2 mentions like, well, what bad guys kidnap a little girl, and like, this isn't the plan.
Yeah.
So what good guys would do that, Like, you know,
good guys
mentioning that whole point, like, they're not villains, you know, they're based off heroes.
But don't at this point Piccolo join the fight? He starts fighting Gamma 2, doesn't he? Eventually, Piccolo transforms into Orange Piccolo, or Piccolo Orange, whatever you want to call it.
And like you get like the flashback where Piccolo's falling and losing, where Shenron says, you know, all that you have plus a little bit more. And, you know, he mentions, oh, that's what you meant by a little bit more. Like, yes, like, like I think it's like his whole body sort of changes. Like he grows a bit taller.
Yeah, and he has what you call it, the logo or whatever on his back that lights up first.
Yeah, some sort of like logo. I don't know what it is. Like,
it must be under his skin or something, because we don't see it on his skin, do we? So
no, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the logo is. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I might be wrong.
But anyway, I love that Piccolo's got a new transformation.
Yeah,
you know, not just Goku and Vegeta and all. Give other characters transformations as well.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the name Orange Piccolo. I feel like you could have done something better. But I guess it's personal to him, not like the Namekian race.
And then a little bit later on, Carmine tries killing Pan, doesn't he? Like he starts shooting at Pan.
Yeah, and then
Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 see this, and they're like, well, why are you trying to kill a kid? That's not.
Well, no, that's not a good guy thing.
And then Gohan and Piccolo start to realise that maybe Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 aren't that evil after all.
Yeah.
And then I think they stop fighting, don't they?
Yeah. Everything's sort of cool because Magenta then runs off, and then Dr.
Hedo chases after him. Yeah.
While they're like discussing things and what's going on.
Yeah, and they're like down inside the base, down at the bottom. And Magenta reveals that he's got like, he takes his shirt off, doesn't he? He's got like the fucking body arm or whatever he's got on. It's this little fly that bites him.
Yeah, the little beam that does it, yeah.
Yeah. But just before he dies, he smashes the control panel to
releases Max. And before that, like, Doctor was saying, I haven't got a brain for him. He's still like.
Yeah, he's not finished yet.
Yeah, he's not got like an intelligence yet. You don't want to just bring him up like he does. And he runs up and tells him that, you know, Cell Max is coming.
And 18, Krillin, Goten, and Trunks arrived, don't they, as well?
Yeah. And they've grown up.
Trunks have grown up, yeah, which finally, I mean, we got.
And I love that Gohan mentioned, like, oh, I think it's the same thing, like, we're small for like a very long time, and then we just shoot up.
The diffusion chance and they botch it, of course.
Yeah. Well, I love the scene earlier where it's like, Krillin stays behind. Like, it was like, I'm very strong in the station. All the police officers, all the other guys at the police station become really strong.
But he does come back into play later, Krillin. He does help out.
Yeah, but I think it's because he's been smart. Like, he's like, I'm like best off like looking after Bulma and Pan. Like, I'm not.
Someone has to, don't they?
He's not as powerful as 18. Like, he's also thinking maybe I should stay in reserve as well. Oh, because Gohan doesn't have his fucking glasses. He's dropped the beam.
Jesus Christ, drops just like he did in the Z fucking against Boo when Goku's got to throw him the Batara ring and he just drops it. Clumsy Gohan, man. Clumsy Gohan.
Oh, there's only like 2 sensory beams in play.
And then we find out Cell Max has the weakness, doesn't he? Top of his head. That's
Yeah, you have
his
to really
weakness.
hit it hard.
Gamma 2 eventually sacrifices himself to try and penetrate it, but Cell gets his hand up, doesn't he? And it's just his left hand that comes off.
Breaks his left hand off.
Who is it says it's Piccolo now? Like, is it Krillin who says it?
Yeah, he says Krillin grow. He goes Gohan. He goes Piccolo grow big like he did in the tournament against Goku. He goes, oh, I can do
I
that.
forgot I could do that.
And later on, he starts like stretching his arms out, like, and he also now remembers that he can do that.
Yeah. So they get into like a big wrestling match in a way, don't they?
It's really cool because
Piccolo.
it's seen as 2 guys, like 2 giant guys. And Gohan sort of mentions, "Oh, are you strong enough to beat it?" And I goes, "Well, this sort of is more like a bluff."
Eventually, Piccolo's defeated, and Gohan sees this, and he has that moment just like he did in Cell Saga, where 16 gets destroyed. He just snaps. And we get the new Beast mode.
Oh,
Gohan
Beast
Beast.
I don't like this name, Gohan Beast.
I like the name, but I love the look.
Yeah, like his hair.
It looks a bit like Super Saiyan 2, doesn't it? Like the bang coming out as well,
Yeah.
like Super Saiyan 2.
But to me, it looked like a mixture of like Super Saiyan God with like the little bit of the red aura and the red eyes, and then Ultra Instinct with all the white with the hair.
Yeah, definitely. It's a mix of like 3 different forms, but it is good. But I wonder like where they're gonna go with it going forward. Like obviously the power scales have been out of whack for like who knows who the powerful like.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends on what they want to do with the manga. Like if they're gonna adapt the manga.
Well, this takes place after the manga, doesn't it? But yeah, we get Gohan Beast, and Piccolo starts like grappling with Cell, doesn't there? And he charges up the special beam cannon.
Because we haven't seen like anyone use any specific special moves. Like I don't think Piccolo was using special beam cannon. Did he use it once during the fight? With Gamma at the start?
I think he used it once, yeah, at the start. Holds him in place, special beam cannon straight through the top of the head, his weak point, and that kills off Cell Max. And then the after credits scene of Vegeta beating Goku finally.
Rocky freestyle.
Yeah, they're so exhausted, it's just a slow punch to his chest.
Just him go, I won. Goku goes, yeah. Broly there.
I know Broly sat there.
Broly's there with the other guy just crying like that was so manly.
And that's how the film ends. So overall, out of 7 Dragon Balls, what are you gonna give the film?
7.
I'm gonna go with 6 because the only complaint I have is Cell Max. Like, if they would have made that, at least he didn't have to have the memories of Cell, just have him speak.
Yeah,
you know?
But at that point, it would be like imperfect Cell voice and not perfect Cell voice.
Yeah, but then the question is, well, why does it have to be Cell if it's just a mindless font? You know, obviously I know why, because of merchandise and all that.
No, because of everyone army, to keep it all connected, or
Yeah, true, but
I get what you're saying. You're not wrong. I disagree. I thought it was still worthy of a 7. What have you?
Yeah, it's definitely a great movie. Like I said, I think it's second best. Broly's the best for me, and then it's second best, and then like Resurrection F.
You know what I mean? Like battle to me, it's battling Resurrection of F. Like Resurrection of F is like I tilt more to Resurrection of F because of that song with Frieza. Like, Frieza.
Oh yeah, true.
Which I wish all of them started doing because Battle of Gods had their song.
Broly did it as well, didn't it? Broly had that sort of similar. It's like go Geo, go Geo.
Yeah.
And Broly and all that. But yeah, let us know your thoughts and opinions down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the social links down below. Until next time, peace out in a bit.